If you saw my tweet yesterday, this is day 2 of my vlog. However, the entirety of my footage yesterday had no audio. So, take 2 today. And I got about this far already on this walk when I realised I wasn't wearing my mask. Last Sunday in Victoria, so it's Thursday now, in the state of Victoria in Australia, we had stage 4 lockdown, which basically means that I should be wearing a mask. Alright, take 2. Take 2 of take 2. Let's go. Smell the fireplace. I don't know if you can see the smoke, but it smells beautiful here. I love it. So on Sunday, it's Thursday now, on Sunday in the state of Victoria in Australia, we went into stage 4 lockdown, which basically means that only one person can go to the shops at a time from any household, no more than 5 k's away. I can take the dogs for a walk, we can do exercise near home again still, which is good. Have to wear a mask outdoors at all times. Social distancing, obviously. We also have a curfew. Can't be out after 9 p.m. before 5 a.m. I think it's 5 a.m. Something earlier enough in the morning that doesn't matter to me. So why am I vlogging? I haven't blogged for quite a while. Maybe vlogging is a different way of sharing my thoughts, the less technical stuff, the more fluffy stuff, the feelings, what's going on in my head. And on Sunday, 4 days ago, when we went into stage 4 lockdown, my wife was saying to me that this is going to be one of those things that in years to come, a decade down the track, whatever, we're going to have our kids and our grandkids asking us, what was it like to live through the pandemic of 2020? How did you feel? What was going on? And we'll probably remember it and be able to tell those stories, but she thought maybe we need to start journaling. She keeps a fairly in-depth diary. I keep a diary of events. I know that I've got a meeting at 1. I know that I'm going to start editing this video at 2. But I couldn't tell you how I felt 2 weeks ago on Thursday, which given today is Thursday would be 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean. And I thought, well, I'm not likely to write these things down. Let's go. Can you go to the other side of me? Thanks. Not likely to write these things down, so let's start vlogging how I feel. So, what's going on in my head? How am I affected by COVID? To be quite honest, at the moment, other than the fact that I'm wearing a mask, not a lot has changed. I work from home anyway. Haven't been on a plane for 4 months. Haven't been to a conference. Haven't seen people in my community face to face, other than via Zoom. So there are those things that have changed. But really, my life hasn't changed that much. Most of the time when we go grocery shopping, it's just one of us anyway. I'm really conscious of the fact that I work in a role that allows me to work remotely, that I work for a company that has been designed around the concept of everybody working remotely. Working from home, I've got my office set up. I'm not in a situation where I've got to work from the living room or I've got people being noisy around me. I can lock myself away, I can do my work. The worst of it at the moment for me is if I'm trying to do a stream or record something and the kid's learning trombone, or the neighbour is mowing his lawn, or those things. They frustrate me, but they're frustrations, they're nothing really. So I consider myself lucky to not be overly affected. And I know there are people out there who are affected in devastating ways. Job losses, inability to see family, living alone, not having personal contact, physical contact with other people will be so hard. The other thing that's affecting me though, and it's been hitting me a little more recently. A couple of days ago I wasn't able to focus for an hour or 2 just because my mind was not necessarily on this topic specifically, but I was feeling a little down, feeling a little maudlin because my mum and my sister live in the UK and the situation in the UK is terrible. We hear about the situation in the US all the time, also terrible. UK similarly. My mum lives by herself, my sister's a nurse, so it's tricky, and so their lives are hard, sure, and from a purely selfish perspective I also think to myself, when will I see them next? Even if Australia, through stage 4 lockdowns, whatever needs to be done, manages to get this pandemic within Australian borders under control, much like New Zealand has managed to do. Who wouldn't love to live in New Zealand right now? If Australia gets it under control, I probably still won't be able to go back to the UK for at least a year. At least a year. When will I see my mum and my sister next? So that's got a bit of an effect on me at the moment. So I'd love to know, however good, however bad, I say that I'm not overly affected, and a lot of people out there are way more affected than I am by this. But I'm also conscious of acknowledging the way I'm feeling. It's not invalid. Sure, it's not terrible, but my feelings aren't invalid, and I'd love to know how you're feeling at the moment. That you're happy to share, of course. Stick it down in the comments. I'd love to know where you're from, how you feel your government's dealing with it. Are you happy with it? I will ask one thing though. All the comments on my videos will be moderated. I won't tolerate attacks or hate speech or any of those things. My decision is final on what I allow in my comments, and I will delete them. And if you get really nasty, I'll shut the comments down. So please, friendly, factual, personal experiences. I'd like to know more about you. I'd like to learn about you and how you're feeling at the moment. And if you've got any questions about how I feel Australia's doing, or any other questions around COVID that you want me to address in another vlog, stick those in the comments too. And I'll address them in another vlog in the future. Hey Shadow, how are you? Hey Rocco, how are you? Do you want to sniff the camera? Sniff the camera. Should we keep going? All right. So another thing that I asked on Twitter yesterday was if there's anything in particular you want to know about me, anything you want me to address, just let me know. So I love technology, I love videography. You'll probably see a couple of B-roll type videos that I've made. One with a coffee machine, I like coffee. Yeah, so if you want to hear my thoughts on videography or security or privacy, leave me a message in the comments, reply to the tweet, send me a DM on Twitter. My DMs are open. I've had one person already ask me to do a bit of a developer journey. What's my backstory? Where did I come from? Do you want more videos of my dogs? So my plan is to do this every day. Maybe every weekday, maybe every day. We'll see how that goes. Probably every weekday at this rate. But if you've enjoyed this, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Leave me a message in the comments. Keep it kind, and I'll see you in the next one. Secretly, I'm hoping that the dog aspect of my videos creates the interest to keep you lot coming back. What will they do tomorrow? You'll have to tune in and find out. I'm lost. I think we carry on going down this way.